Joshua and the walls of Jericho. When God leads, victory comes. Imagine standing before a massive city. Its walls are high, its gates are strong, its soldiers are ready. And behind those walls is the promise God gave his people. This was Jericho, but Israel did not have the strongest army. Joshua did not have a plan that made sense to human eyes. He had something greater, the promise of God. After Moses died, God chose Joshua to lead Israel. And God said to Joshua, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Joshua was not leading Israel by his own strength. God himself was leading Joshua. Joshua stands before Jericho. Israel had crossed the Jordan River. God had miraculously opened the way, and his people entered the promised land. But now they faced their first great obstacle, Jericho. The city was heavily fortified. Joshua looked at the walls. Perhaps he wondered, how can we possibly take this city? But God had already prepared the answer. One day, Joshua lifted his eyes and saw a man standing before him with a drawn sword. Joshua approached him and asked, "Are you for us or for our adversaries?" The answer was powerful. "No, but as commander of the army of the Lord I have now come." Joshua fell face down. He understood something important. This battle did not belong to Joshua. It belonged to God. God's strange battle plan. Then God gave Joshua his instructions. And the instructions were not what Joshua expected. God told Israel to march around Jericho. For 6 days they were to march around the city once each day. 7 priests would go before the Ark of the Covenant, carrying 7 trumpets. The people were instructed to remain quiet. Can you imagine it? Thousands of people marching around an enormous city. But no shouting, no attack, no weapons breaking through the gates, just walking, trusting God. Jericho's soldiers must have watched from the walls. Perhaps they laughed. What are these people doing? But Israel knew something Jericho did not know. God had spoken, and when God speaks, his people obey, even when they do not understand. The 7th day, then came the 7th day. This time, Israel marched around Jericho 7 times. 7 times. The priests carried the trumpets. The ark went before them. The people followed. And after the 7th march, Joshua commanded, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city." The trumpets sounded. The people shouted. And then, the walls of Jericho collapsed. Not because Israel had stronger weapons. Not because Joshua had invented a brilliant military strategy. But because God kept his promise. The impossible became possible. Israel entered the city exactly as God had commanded. What Joshua learned. Joshua's victory at Jericho was not really about walls, it was about faith and obedience. Joshua learned that God's instructions do not always make sense to human wisdom. Sometimes God says, "Wait." Sometimes he says, "Move." Sometimes he says, "Be quiet." And sometimes he says, "Shout." But whatever God commands, his people are called to trust him. Joshua did not need to understand everything before obeying. He simply needed to believe the one who was leading him. Your Jericho. Maybe you have a Jericho in your life, a problem that looks too big, a door that seems impossible to open, a dream that feels far away, a family situation you cannot fix, a mountain that you cannot move. Remember Joshua. God is not limited by the size of your walls. The same God who led Joshua is faithful. Your responsibility is not to figure out everything. Your responsibility is to trust God, follow his word, and obey him faithfully. Israel marched. Joshua obeyed. God brought the victory. So don't give up because the wall looks high. Don't stop because the answer has not come yet. Keep walking, keep praying, keep trusting. Because sometimes the greatest miracle happens after you obey God, when you cannot yet see the outcome. And remember the words God spoke to Joshua. Be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. When God leads, we can move forward in faith. The walls may be strong. The situation may look impossible, but nothing is too difficult for God. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.